Hi Canada, we are here speaking with Cineplex Executive VP Michael Kennedy. Hi Michael.
Hello Alex.
We are here chatting about the documentary film Sharkwater Extinction by the late filmmaker Rob Stewart, which is opening in theaters.
Yeah, you know, we lost Rob while he was making the follow-up to his very successful film Sharkwater, which was obviously a tragedy for the film community. As he was a great Canadian filmmaker, also a world-renowned environmentalist, and most importantly to me, he was my friend. Been very close to the Stewart family, and knew Rob since he was a little kid. So, you know, when he went missing in the scuba diving accident while shooting this movie, it was a devastating day for me and a bunch of people I love.
So this was in February of 2017?
Yes, last week of January 2017. He was actually trying to get a shot of a specific kind of shark that's very skittish and very hard to film. So he chose to put on a different kind of scuba diving apparatus that day, the kind of apparatus that does not cause bubbles, but he'd never used it before, and he was diving extremely deep. He was down 250 feet, which can be quite dangerous regardless. So you know, he truly was trying to, as he always did, get the best shot that he could for his movie, and he gave obviously in the most profound way that you can.
So during this time, with the footage that he had been able to capture and create, and the extraordinary dynamic with him and the sharks, and his quest to really uncover all the areas where the integrity needs to be in this business of the shark bans, and he's already made such extraordinary strides in causing change in policy. What is different about Sharkwater Extinction compared to his previous films?
Well, I think it's really a continuation of the first film, which was shocking. I don't think a lot of people knew about the extinction of sharks. We are slaughtering them at a rapid rate. That film had a profound effect on the community, and shark fin soup was banned in a lot of countries around the world. But 10 years later, it's not better; it's actually worse. And he gets into that, and unbelievably, Rob's parents picked up the mantle to finish this movie. It was about 80% of the way there, but it wasn't done, and they've made it their mission in life to bring this film to the market in Rob's memory and to continue, you know, their fight, his fight, to save sharks, because we are going to make them extinct if something doesn't change. So it was an amazing thing to see the strength of his parents in picking up that mantle and bringing this film to the conclusion.
Now, award-winning editor Nick Hector was honored with the task of going through this footage, and Sturla Gunnarsson, award-winning filmmaker, was the creative consultant on this. So did they work with the Stewart family to create something that would be perhaps the way Rob would want to have stitched his film together?
100%. One of the great things about Rob was that he kept incredible notes about everything he was doing and everything that he wanted to achieve in the movie. So they literally had a script of Rob's thoughts and his ambition for the movie. And you know, Brian and Sandy brought in Sturla as a creative consultant / director, and Nick went through hundreds and hundreds of hours of footage to find those shots that Rob was looking for to really bring the message home. Like I say, 80% of it was done, but that last 20%, you know, they really needed help, and Sturla and Nick stepped up.
Now there's a tribute and a legacy aspect to the film, little parts of it where there are moments of Rob sharing some thoughts or revelations that maybe hit deeply in the after of his death, and they resound a little more poignantly. as well as a tribute song that was written to accompany the film. And you wrote this song with Chantal Kreviazuk?
Well, not kind of. You know, I needed to express how I felt about losing Rob, and I do play music as a hobby, and I wrote a song to honor Rob. Played it for his parents. I said, if you don't like this song, I'll never play it again. But if you do, I'd like to do something with it. They loved it, and I thought my playing or this song it's not going to really resonate. What we really need is a great Canadian artist who has environmental connections and has stood for things her whole life, and who has massive amounts of talent. And we need to bring her on board. And there was only one person I could think of who fit that bill, and it was Chantal Kreviazuk. So I sent the song to her. She took sort of the essence of that, and then she wrote her own song, which I personally think is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. I mean, she really got the essence of Rob and brought home really what I was thinking. You know, when I thought about Rob, in my version, her version is just completely night and day different and absolutely gorgeous. It's in the song. We're releasing the single in a couple of weeks, along with a music video that we've created, which is essentially, excuse me, Chantal and Rob and Sharks with the song playing, and it's honestly, it's an absolutely gorgeous video, and I encourage everybody to check it out when it's released in probably the middle of September.
At the TIFF premiere of Sharkwater Extinction, Chantal was present alone with her piano and performed the song.
Yep.
And the entire crowd, audience, hundreds and hundreds of folks, were just weeping.
Yeah.
And the song in that moment addressed and sort of spoke to the hearts of what everyone was feeling there, wanting to be there, excited to honor and see this film, but also a deep, profound loss. And this song absolutely captures all of that and the beauty, and it feels like the soundscape of the song feels like the ocean. It feels like water.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, first of all, her voice, she has the ability to somehow her voice goes right into your heart, right into your soul. And you're right. That song does have that gentle sort of flowing feel of the ocean. You almost sort of feel as if you're swimming, you know, with her while she's singing the song. And that was the first time that song had ever been performed in public. So it was a pretty cool moment. And I think you're right. I mean, you could hear a pin drop while that song was playing.
I would agree. It is one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard, and I'm looking forward to purchasing the single. And Canada, Sharkwater Extinction is in theaters, Cineplex theaters, October. And if you want to do something more, find out more about Rob Stewart's legacy and the continued action and activation that his family and this incredible team are putting forward to continue his work, you can visit sharkwater.com. And we hope you do.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Michael.